Hello, welcome to the vlog. Today I'm going to basically go over a bit of route planning and what we intend to do and the route we're going to take. So basically I'm going to be combining several journeys. So I need to go from here to Bristol, Bristol to King's Lynn, King's Lynn to Mansfield, Mansfield to Yorkshire. So not in one day, I hasten to add. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to plan the whole journey using a better route planner and see how we go from there. So anyway, what we'll do is we'll switch over to the main computer screen, and then we'll go from there. We'll go through the steps, we'll put in all of our locations, we'll get it to decide the best route, and then see if we agree and see if we can do it and it makes sense to us. So anyway, excuse the mess behind it. This is my den. This is where it all happens. All the editing happens. Right, over to the main computer. Right, so if you'll excuse me, what's going to be happening is I'm going to be looking up at the screen and down at you. So we are recording, so let's get a better route planner up. So here is a better route planner. We've already connected, as you can see, we've already connected the car. It's collecting live data via Trinity. Still getting to grips with this one. So it has got live data from the car. It was 20 hours ago. The car is fully charged. So what we're going to do is we're going to go from my home village of St Germans, and we eventually want to end up at have I got it in here? No, of course I haven't. We want to end up at a place called Bawtry, which is Doncaster. But we've got to add a few waypoints to this, so we'll stick these in. So we need to go to, firstly we need to go to Cribs Causeway. Well, in actual fact that's what we want that charger there. We then need to go to a hotel that I stay at when I'm going to see friends and family in that neck of the woods, and then from there I need to go to the Travel Lodge in Mansfield. So as you can see, that is everywhere that I need to be. So let's just make sure we're going. Let's ask it to plan the route and see what happens. It's thinking about it. What I found with a better route planner is it underestimates the whole time. So like, first of all, it's telling me that I need to stop at the Ionity charger in Columpton. Now my car is more than capable of doing 120 miles to Bristol, and what I have noticed is if you kind of argue with it, it will just keep putting on more and more charges. I wish there was the ability, or perhaps there is the ability, to turn around and say to it, nope, I'm going to run the gauntlet. I want to go from here to there, and I'm not worried about stopping. It's offering me several routes. Now, one is 13 minutes less, which looks very appealing, and one is, so it's all to do with cost, as you can see. So the initial route was going to cost us £67 using 120 kilowatts. The next route, £61 using 118 kilowatts. And the final route is £60 using 116 kilowatts. I don't particularly want to go via Milton Keynes, which is the route it took me last time. I found that a tad soul destroying. I think it'd probably be the best way to put it. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do? I think I am going to go with I'm probably going to go with this one. So 4 charges, which I don't think. Oh yeah, it could be. Yeah. So we're going to go with this one. But I'm going to take out. I'm going to see if I can take out a few of these charges because I don't actually think I need them. Now, ideally, I want to use BP Pulse or BP Pulse or Ionity, purely because I've already got a subscription, and that'll sit absolutely brilliant because I'll get the reduced charge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this plan, and we'll just call it as it is. Right. We'll see how successful this is once we get in the car and see if the car adjusts to what we want and what we need. Right. Fingers crossed. Good morning. Welcome to a very miserly Cornwall morning. We are heading off on our journey as we have planned. It's looking kind of good. The weather isn't amazing, but hopefully we will be able to do everything. I won't go into panic mode, and we will get to the charger, which is how many miles away? It's 130 miles away. So if I drive well, I should have more than enough to get me there. Watch this space. I've just come straight off a night, so I'm not my best. Right, car is packed. Let's head towards Bristol. Right, we are over the Tamar Bridge. I wasn't going to show you that again, you saw that last time. So we're over the Tamar Bridge and we are on the A38. So we have got about 38 miles, I think, on the A38. So 38 miles, and then the M5 up to Bristol, and we hopefully, fingers crossed, will be coming off just before Cribbs Causeway to charge up. So the better route planner, which at the moment is not, I've not got it connected to anything because it just seems to 1 minute work fine and then the next minute just doesn't work at all. So I've tried a new OBD2 dongle. That doesn't seem to be the issue. So at the moment we are doing 4.4 miles per kilowatt hour, which is about where we were last time when I sort of started doing panic charges. But I'm just going to go, I'm really going to go with the flow. I mean, obviously if I get that close to Bristol and I'm not going to make the BP Pulse charger, then I will look for something else and we'll go from there. But we'll come back to you as the A38 meets the M5. So we're just approaching the Horndon Hills. This is a twisty turny bit, where it then is downhill all the way into Exeter. So how are we doing? So we are 49 miles in. I've used 75% of my battery, 25% of my battery. So whilst if it was possible, that would mean 200 miles of range. In the real world, we know that isn't what it's going to be, and that sun is low. Yeah, we know that isn't what it's going to be. I've got 84 miles to go to the charger, and I'm hoping, and this says I've got 129 miles of range, so I'm hoping that it does what it says on the tin, and we reach the charger with a good 10% of battery, 15 if we're lucky. Someone actually commented on the on one of my last videos that the best thing to do is to get the battery down to like 15% and then charge it up to 80, 85. And I'm, you know, doing a bit of reading, I can see that the charging curve on the i3 is really good, up to like 85, touching 90%. So yeah, I think that's going to be the plan, is to do that. Right, we're on the A38, coming up to the M5 split. So in the next few minutes we will be going onto the M5. Currently in the average speed camera zone. I'm plodding along at 60. So 2 lanes now, or 3 lanes, but this will go 2 into the M5, and then we can cruise along at 60. That's what I forgot to say. I've been, apart from being on the certain bits of the A38 where it's a 50-mile-an-hour limit, we have been plodding along quite happily at 60 mile an hour, which is hopefully will give us our optimum sort of range. So here we go. So A38, and we're now just about to venture onto the M5. So we got 79 miles to do now to the charger. Let's see how we do. Right, I'll come back to you sort of halfway between here and Bristol, let you know how we're doing. See if the GOM is being what normal GOM is and guessing it. We'll just see how we do. Right. Okay. Sun's a bit glary. I'm really sorry. So we are 2 miles from Clumpton Services, which on my last trip out, because I was following a better route planner to the letter and it said I needed to charge there for 8 minutes, that's what I did. It actually did tell me that this time as well. It did say you need to charge there for 8 minutes again. But I've decided that I'm not going to. I'm going to just keep going with the flow and have faith in the fact that the car should be capable of doing 125 miles from my house to Bristol and still have sufficient battery left. So that's what I'm doing. I'm having faith. So just about to pass the Clumpton turn. obviously would have been my go-to charger because having the subscription. So fingers crossed. So I'm just, the other thing I've noticed now is that there's a blue circle around the charger I'm going to now. I'm guessing that is just to say that it can't tell me whether or not it's being used. But that aside, if it is defective, and someone did charge on it last night, so but if it is defective, there are loads of other chargers nearby, so not overly worried about that. Right, that's the Clumpton turn past. Let's keep going. Just passing into Somerset, and 55 miles to go to the charger now. We've done 76 miles. We have 57% battery left, and we're averaging 4.5 miles per kilowatt hour. So we've come up by 0.1. I don't know whether because it's flattened out. It's still a little bit up and downy, but it's definitely a lot flatter than coming out of Cornwall along the first bit of the A38 from where I live. So I know we do hit a few hilly bits here, but all good. I'll come back to you a little bit early. I said I'd do it at 35. It's 43 now, so 43 miles before we get to the charger. I said I'd do it at 35 miles. Anyway, we are at 50% of the battery used, and we have done 90 miles. So if we was to try and use the whole battery, that'd be something like its advertised range. So that is pretty good. I am aware, listening to reviews or watching reviews, that the first 50% seems to go a lot slower than the last 50%. So I'm expecting this to kind of drop fairly quickly. But we'll see. We're still showing we've got 100 miles of range, which is interesting. I doubt it very much indeed, because we're now at 89, so I mean that would be fantastic. That'd be absolutely brilliant. 190 miles range, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Right, 42 miles until the charger. Fingers crossed. Right, 35 miles to go until we get to the charger. We have got 86 miles on the GOM, and we have got 48% battery left. We are just coming up to where the Wicker Man used to be. The Wicker Man was, they've been desperately trying to get funding to re-Wickering. But as a housing development, it's kind of taken over, and behind it is Legoland, or as it's properly is known, it's the Morrison's building. So the Wicker Man, you can just see the frame of it to our left, which is a crying shame. There's basically nothing left of it now, which terrible. We have something that people look to say, oh right, that's the we know we're near enough towards Somerset, or we're not far from Exeter, but no, we can't keep it up, can we? We cannot keep it up. It's the IX or I5 or whatever it is.
Yeah, so 35 miles to go to the charger, 83 miles according to the GOM. We've done 97 miles now, and we have 47% battery. Right, we are 1 mile from the Cribs Causeway Junction and 1.6 miles from the charger. We've got 25% battery left, 45 miles on the GOM and 130 miles covered. So, sorry, 129 miles covered. So we left the house at just after 7:30. It says we're going to get there at 5 minutes past 9, so about an hour and a half. Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. Yes, happy that I've proved a little bit of a point. That I can do it. If I'd have realised, I probably would have pushed it a little bit further to the next charger. But this is all a learning curve. This is all a massive learning curve for me. So we'll get round there. We'll get to the charger, and then we'll get it plugged in and charging, and then we'll go and we'll have a look round. I'm hoping there's somewhere I can get a coffee. I actually think the charger is in a pub. So unless it's something like what you got, like a Travelodge type one where you can actually get food. And I'm not too sure. It looks like the pub is over there on the right. Is that it? Yeah, it looks like that might be the pub. Oh no, it's not the pub. According to that level. Oh, I can see the charger. The charger is just on our right. So we're going to go round, and it is a Travelodge. It might be open. Molly's Diner, if not. Oh, there's a Mercedes. Oh, right, I know where I am. A long time ago, I had a McLaren smart car. Yeah, I know, you can all laugh. I had a McLaren smart car, which I collected from that dealer's there. So, right. Excellent. Here is the charger. Please let it be working is the next thing. Yes, it is. Well, famous last words. Right, we've landed. Right, here we go. Now remember, verified, waiting for card to be verified. I'll be pretty miffed if it doesn't work. Welcome. We want that one. Yes. Yes. Come on, safety check. Yes. And charging, 24%. Right, back in a minute. So I've been, been watching a lot of stuff on good old YouTube about the charging curve, and we're up at 60%. We've been here just over 15 minutes, coming up closer to 20, and there's 13 kilowatts gone in. We was at 21 or 22, I can't actually remember, but 13 kilowatts in, and we're up to 60%. We only actually really need 80 to get us to our next charger. So but I'll see how it is before it slows down. When it starts to slow down, then I'll take it off. Right, 90%, that should be more than enough. So there we go. Excellent stuff. 25.1 kilowatts. So happy with that. Let's get ourselves back in the car, get going again. So we're going to Kettering now. We're off to Kettering now, where there is another pulse charger, BP pulse charger. Now I've actually got the subscription, it makes a massive difference to how much I'm paying. So right, let's head off. Car. Oh, plug socket flap open. Remember it. Oh dear. I would drive off with it going. Right, let's power the car up again, and so it says 165 miles. We have got 124 miles to do. So we're going back on the M5, and we should be at the next one for midday. So this is 2 hours midday. It still thinks we've got. Let's just quickly stop and do this. It still thinks we've got 68%, which isn't correct. So we'll sort that out in a minute. So we're currently in a 50 mile an hour average speed zone. Oh, excuse me. And we're staying on the M5 towards the Midlands. I didn't look to see which way this is taking us, but I think we're going to go M5 round and then join the 14, the A1, A14, I don't know, and then Kettering, and then from Kettering up from there. So, but this knows better than I do. As I say, 121 miles to do. It says 2 hours, should be there by 25 past. 25 past 12. So, just passing the RAC building. Ironically, many years ago, probably about 25 years ago, I actually broke down in a Yugo. Does anyone remember them? Right outside there, and I called them up and said, they said, like, where are you? I went, I'm right outside your tower. And they were like, which one? I was like, oh, you've got more than one. So yeah, and then it took them, I could see at least 20 orange vehicles in the in the yard, and it took them an hour and 40 minutes to get someone to me, which really did amuse me. So right, so we've got we've got 37 miles to do before we turn off, and it says we're turning off at Tewkesbury and Evesham. So we'll go with that, shall we? I'll come back when either something eventful happens or we see something of interest. So next stop is Kettering for a BP pulse charger. I know what what that building over there is. Is it some sort of power station? Is it what's the word I'm looking for? Like takes waste and burns the waste, turns it into power. Just looks very sort of powery orientated. I'm probably completely wrong because I can't see any grid power supply going into it. So if anyone knows what that building is, please leave me a comment and let me know, because I'd be interested to. I watched them build, well, stand and watch them build it, but I did watch it being built as I was travelling up and down. I'd be very interested to know somebody out there knows what that building is. Let us know. Leave a note in the comments. Thank you very much. Right, 1.4 miles. We're coming off of the M5 at junction 9 onto the A438 Tewkesbury, A46 Evesham. Once we're off, we'll find out which way we're going. I should imagine we're going to go right, so we're going across the country, because that's the direction we need to be, is going across the country now, because we've gone up, so we need to go over. So the Cooper Bourne has passed me like 4 or 5 times, and then pulls in and slows down to about 50 mile an hour, and then sits behind me for 2 or 3 miles and then overtakes. But he's now shining off. A lot of Teslas, a hell of a lot of Teslas. I do that an awful lot. Anyone that watches our other channels will know that I am renowned for umming. Right, so off we come, and we are going round onto the A46, but it's a bit towards Evesham. So the GOM, when we left, said that we had 165 miles, I think, which I think was very was very what's the word I'm looking for? Overzealous of it. So the guy in the transit hasn't got a clue where he's going. He's just sat at a green traffic light as we were coming up. Yeah, so we're now to 109. Arrival time's gone down by 10 minutes, and we've got 83 miles to go. So I'm assuming this is now going to take us through all the A roads at a more subdued pace. So we're in a 40 limit now, so speed is going to come down. And oh, the guy in the transit van, I don't know what's going on there. I've not worked out a way yet of zooming out with a better route planner once it's on your screen. I mean, I guess there must be a way to do it, but I haven't worked it out. So, right, I'll come back to you when something of interest happens. So. I've only done a few miles, but what a lovely countryside. We've kind of gone from a nice busy industrial area, and we're heading towards Evesham now by the looks of it. I've just seen a railway sign, which obviously spot sign. It's on test. I wonder what it's done wrong. Oh, I hope it's revised. I mean, how nasty must that be? Turning up to find you've got a test you knew nothing about. Oh, cruel. So apparently this is the Evesham bypass, or we're heading rather on the Evesham bypass, or we're heading towards the Evesham bypass. But we are going back into another speed camera zone. They like their speed cameras around here. This is worse than Cornwall. Cornwall's had a lot of these 20 mile an hour average speed cameras put in, which is some places it needs it, other places it so doesn't. So this is a 50 limit with speed cameras. Little Beckford, according to the better route plan. We're doing 63.5% in the tank, 108 miles on the GOM, 78 miles to go. A better route plan, I think, so I've got 62 miles. So, yeah, 62%. Okay, we've got 55 miles to go to the charger, and we've just now at 50% of the battery, and we have 90 miles showing on the GOM. So we've done, it's now 200 miles, so we've done 70 miles and we have used 40% of the battery. No. Yeah, 40% of the battery. It was at 90, 89.5. So yeah, so 200 miles, 130, so 70 miles and 40% of the battery. And we're just skirting around the outside of Anne Hathaway's cottage. Very interesting. We're just skirting around the outside of Stratford-upon-Avon, and I do believe I'm in the wrong lane. Yes, I am. Excellent stuff. We'll do that again, shall we? Yeah, we're skirting around the outside of Stratford-upon-Avon, and I keep getting in the wrong lane because it's signposted, or it's painted on the floor straight ahead, and then you go in the straight ahead lane. In actual fact, it's a turn right lane. So what I have noticed is in front of this car, or this lorry even, is an Airstream. Now I'm assuming it doesn't look very caravan-y to me, but it does look very, yeah, it looks very sort of like catering. I bet that really takes some cleaning. I bet that is a nightmare to keep clean. How nice though. Really nice. So we've got 54 miles to the charger, 88 miles on the GOM, and we're 200 miles in. 49% charge. So I don't know whether it's, I've just had that massive boost of confidence being able to get all the way to Bristol with 130 miles and still having 30% charge. I don't know whether that's sort of boosted my confidence a bit, but I'm not looking at the battery gauge and going, oh god, oh god, oh god. And also, there's just chargers everywhere. Chargers absolutely everywhere. And I've seen, you know, again, little things you watch other channels, and even when this hits zero charge, people are still getting 8 to 10 miles. Not that I want to push it that far. That's the last thing I want to do, is to push charging to the point of 0 battery and then absolutely pooping myself that I'm not going to find a charger. So right, we'll keep going at this pace. So we're still doing 60, but we'll keep going at this pace and see what happens. Well, we've ended up on the M6, and I believe we're going to continue on this and then onto the A14, which would make sense, as I said earlier. We want the charger at Kettering, and then that will then give me more than enough charge to reach where I need to get to. Ironically, sign some paperwork, and then I will be finding my bed and getting my head down, because having come off a night, I've now done 18, 20, so we're approaching about 22 hours without sleep. So I think I'm doing fairly well. Yeah, so M6 A14, which is what we want. This junction, as far as I can remember, used to be absolutely horrendous. And there was like, I was watching I watch loads. I was watching a television program, a terrestrial television program, about what they had to do to build this junction and conservation and protecting endangered species. It's really interesting. Really interesting. Right, so we've got 18 miles before we turn off of this road, and then about another 3 miles to the charger. So we're at 28%. We've now done 103 miles, and we've got 47 miles on the GOM, 20 miles to go. So fingers crossed. I don't see no reason why not. We've done it once, let's do it again. So as you can see on the sign, 19 miles to Kettering, which is where the charger is. Welcome to Northamptonshire. Marvellous stuff. Right, back when we're just getting to the charger, I think. Right, we're just about to come off of the A14 at junction 7. We're 3 minutes from the charger. We've managed to chop the best part of nearly 20 minutes off the arrival time. We're 2.5 miles from the charger now. 16% in the battery. We've done 121 miles since the last charge, and we've got 25 miles left according to the GOM. So by the looks of it, we're actually going into onto the A43. I'll stop in this lane. Chances are I probably could have gone into that lane, but I'm not going to risk it. I've already made 2 mistakes where I've been in the wrong lane and end up going round a roundabout or cutting someone's nose off, which is not nice. Here we go. So we're looking for another BP Pulse charger, which by the looks of it is either in a Premier there. I saw the hotel and just thought there'd be a right turn at traffic lights, which there wasn't. There was, in actual fact, a left-hand lane that went round and joined it. So now what we're having to do is have a 2.5 mile diversion. Try that one again, shall we? So in 1.1 miles we're going to turn into where the charger is. By the looks of it, there's two chargers, one in another complex. I don't know if that's a BP Pulse charger. But, so we're at 14%, 22 miles showing on the GOM. By the time we get there, I would have done 139 miles. So I would have used 80% of the charge. So I've really noticed that when you charge to 100%, that first 10% takes forever to come off, absolutely forever. So the charger should be in here somewhere. We've arrived. Right, here we go. In, member, and show your card. Waiting for card to be verified. Welcome. That's always good. I like that. We'll have that one. Let's see what it says. It's always that last safety check. Come on, yes, safety check okay. Right, we'll try that one again, because according to that I charged 57 kilowatt in 0 seconds. Which is a bit disconcerting, especially I've just been charged for 57 kilowatt. Okay, what's going on? There we go. So 13%, and I ain't got a clue what the time is. I'll check the time, 2 seconds. So it is 12:21, and here we go. We'll see how much charge we need here to reach our destination. Right, 256 miles done, 137 miles on the GOM, 80% charge, 64 miles to do. Says we'll be there by 2:30. Now that took an age to charge, and checking one of the apps, it was only charging for some reason at 38 kilowatt. I've got no idea why. Just doesn't make sense at all. Anyway, we are rolling. It says it will be there for 2:30, which is good. There is SO charges there, which rather impressive. I didn't see them. Furze, F-U-R-Z-E. Never heard of them. Right, I've got no idea which way this is taking us, but as I say, 64 miles to get to where we need to be. Says we're going to arrive. Well, at the moment I can't adjust it to tell it how much we're going to arrive with. So it just seems to be messing about. So I don't know. I don't know what's wrong. But we should have more than enough to get us there. So right. When we get close, or something happens, or we have to go all the way around. This is a pain in the arse. Pain in the backside. Sorry. Yeah, this is a total pain. So 156 miles, as I said. And it's allowing me to move it now to 80%. So we should arrive with 35% charge. Right, I'll keep you updated. I'm now just on the outskirts of Wisbeach. 305 miles in, 92 miles left on the GOM, 52% in the battery. So we're at 80% when we left. It was 53, so I've done 52 miles. Yeah, that'd be, yeah, work out about right. So it says it's going to be 68 to get there. So that's about something like right. Weather, it's sunny again now, but the weather turned absolutely horrendous for about 20 minutes. Then in the middle of all that, whilst quite happily just driving along, some idiot, and I'll see if I can find the footage because I did actually start recording, some idiot just decided to overtake me in his Honda Civic, pull in front of me, slow right down to literally, I'm doing 60, he slowed down to 40 mile an hour. Another car come up beside, I went to overtake, I got level with him, and then he started to accelerate, closed the gap between me and the car, and then pulled over, causing me to brake really harshly. I have no idea why. I'm driving along, minding my own business. So right, so yeah, so we're at Wisbeach now, with 14 miles to go. So we'll come back to you when we're pulling into the hotel. Right, see you soon. Right, we have turned off at the 47 and we are heading towards the hotel. It's done exactly what it says on the tin. We got 67 miles left on the GOM. We've got 40% battery and we've done a total of 321 miles with 2 charges. The second charge lasting considerably longer than I expected it to, but I think that was a fault, in all honesty, with the charger, because it just didn't go over 38 kilowatt, which 36 kilowatt, which is absolutely ridiculous. So here we are, same place as last time. I shall get myself all unloaded and sorted, and then we can sort out and have a chat and see what we've done and what we haven't done and go from there.
So high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind.